Hello Sagittarians, this is your October 2017 reading. By the way, I'm Tarot by Tess, just in case somebody decides to steal my videos again. So I thought I would start out with the Love Angel Oracle deck, just to see what it has to tell you, and see if that kind of puts light on the rest of the reading, okay? It's a 4-card spread. Okay, that one to come out. Maybe it's 2. Okay, so we have very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now, okay? And then we have separation in reverse. This is saying very soon you will not separate, or very soon, well, pretty much you won't separate. I think you're going to try again based on the rest of this reading, okay? It says time apart from your partner's on the horizon. I do think it's coming eventually, okay? Just I want to forewarn you. However, if it's not you leaving, then it may be a partner leaving. But I'm thinking somebody is trying to make it work, trying to have a second chance, trying to make something work. But very soon, I think you're going to try it, but then you're going to realize it's not going to work. But because separation isn't here at all, I think that's a possibility. Otherwise, the separation wouldn't come up. It'd be something else. Okay, so at the bottom of the primary, we have 2 of Cups reversed. So you're not getting along with somebody. You're not feeling very connected. And overall, this is the, well, pretty much end of our relationship. It could be marriage, could just be somebody who lives together, but this is separation. So I think if you separate, it may be temporary, or you've already separated, okay? I think that, yes, you may have an attraction to a current partner, but they're very set in their ways, very almost tyrannical. They are so dominating. And I say that because with the 2 of Cups, we have the Emperor in here, in what's coming towards you. And he's in reverse as well. So not only is he domineering, but he's a little tyrannical. But you are definitely his type or her type, okay? Those things are still positive, to be positive, and you may just need to forgive and forget to start fresh. However, with the 8 of Cups and your likely outcome, this says you know it's not a soulmate relationship and you need to seek a soulmate. But in general, you're just going to work on all your relationships. You do have the Devil here. This is saying getting away from a domineering person. So I think you are in your likely outcome. And this is you leaving and going and finding it. So you kind of already know the outcome. Now, I can't tell you when the outcome is. It just says what's likely to happen if things stay on their current course. The thing is, likely outcome tells me you want to work on it. But it's still ending up with the 8 of Cups, okay? So you or somebody else is leaving. Yes, you guys have an attraction, but it's just not the connection that is soulmate material. Bottom of the clarification, we have the 8 of Wands. This is traveling. It's also a lot of passion as well. Could be fighting, just lots of sparks. Could be sexual, or could be anger. Could be both. Okay. And I feel like everything's going very, very fast, and it's hard to kind of slow down and enjoy each other. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so your situation is the 5 of Cups reversed. This is coming out of sorrow. Could be reuniting with somebody from your past. If you're already coupled, that could be part of the problem. This could be also the domineering person. It just depends. But this tells me getting over sorrow and seeing the 2 of Cups that's out there. And then when I look over here, we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. So I get this feeling like you're seeing 2 of Cups as if they're not spilled. Okay? Because here we also have the 4 of Wands reversed, which talks about a lack of a connection. With the High Priestess, it says, a man you like could be married, Could be having some mother issues. Also with the Lovers, it talks about a man's not going to be popping the question, okay? And that's because the Four of Wands is in reverse, and so is the Lovers. And that's what I see when I see the Four of Wands. I think of marriages. But it also tells me you're not exactly getting freedom from oppression, at least not at this time. And if there's any surprises, they're not very good. Sorry, my cat's being crazy. I also feel as if there's a lot of focus on the negative. And so things are kind of just staying the same. And I just think there's just a lack of some kind of compatibility as far as a relationship goes. And then the next card that came out was the Page of Swords reversed. It talks about trickery, hiding the truth, unforeseen circumstances. And watch out for a Cancer or a Taurus, or just be vigilant in general. It talks about somebody lying. Now, with the Devil here, which we do, it talks about rumors and scandals. So there may be some rumors or scandals going on. I could see that. Anytime you have the Page of Swords and the Magician in a reading, it talks about lots of problems. And then with the High Priestess, it talks about the troubles are usually due to your own carelessness. And you have the Magician clarifying the Page of Swords. So these are definitely going together. And he's in reverse, so he's a manipulator. It's just lots of problems. And if, there could be carelessness could just be a neglect type of a deal. You've been letting it go on too long. I also see lots of hesitation and doubting oneself and not having a lot of power in the situation. I feel like this could have some abuse because of the Devil. It doesn't have to be horrible abuse. It could be just a lot of, domination type of thing, but not in a great way. I feel like this person is very, very controlling. And you kind of need somebody to help guide you. And the thing is, with the Lovers in reverse and the Magician, that says this is not your soulmate, which I've already told you about. And I've also said, with the Two of Cups and the Emperor and the Eight of Cups, you need to go out and seek your soulmate. I think you guys, with the Magician here in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse, I don't even think you guys can end up being friends. It gets pretty bad. I never like to see the Magician in reverse, especially not with the Page of Swords reversed. We don't have the Moon, but we do have the Moon in this card. So there could be somebody who's spying on somebody because they think they're cheating, which they most likely are if they're lying like this. Because I see lying, trickery, deceit, hiding the truth. Yeah. And the thing is, despite all this, I think you're trying to become even more committed. So the person's not popping the question, they're not asking you to marry them, and you're wanting to stay even more committed. I think that's what you're wanting. And with the Magician in reverse, Strength in reverse, this tells me you can't make it happen. It's not able to manifest. And so all the problems can't, they weren't caught in time. They just kept going on, and now it's just too big to fix. You see what I'm saying? So it's not really carelessness, it's just not having been vigilant or not listening to one's intuition. And I'm seeing somebody is super controlling. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And this partner, they may be ideal in some way, but they're just not your soulmate. And they're just not, you're not compatible in some way. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. This tells me this is not a good investment. We don't have the Seven of Cups, so there's not a lot of worrying about cheating necessarily, but I'm seeing failure, bad investment. Hesitating again has brought about regret. It's something that should have been confronted head on. This also talks about carelessness, so I'm not sure why carelessness is not showing up, because I would think of it more as not being vigilant, okay? But who wants to live that way? I personally have PTSD, And so I'm always boom, 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 vigilant, like always aware of everything. I'm sure my adrenaline and my cortisol are just tapped out. So nobody wants to live that way, but this is what this is saying. It could be there was some kind of impulsive sexual act that helped connect you together, but then it ended up, being careless, like maybe not having some kind of birth control in place, that kind of thing. But I also feel like this relationship is not a priority to another person. They're just not invested. And they're not even questioning the relationship. They're just not even, they don't care about it. I see not successful. All right, so what's coming towards you? We have the Three of Wands reversed. So I'm seeing not prepared again, like the Page of Swords reverse would suggest, not prepared. I'm also seeing somebody's very arrogant. They're also in charge. They like to be competitive. But it's a toxic person. They are so demanding. Oh my goodness. Could be another fire sign. This could be you, but I don't think so. But I also see delays. So there probably are some delays before you get to move on. Okay. Before you become this guy, because you see he has a wand too. Before you become the Eight of Cups. So I do think you're going to try and work this out still. But the thing is, with the Devil here in reverse and your likely outcome, I think this means you're no longer going to be like self-employed in some kind of way. I'm not sure what that's about, but I kind of see that. But you get to, with all these overwhelming demands that you have, this is saying you get to shirk those responsibilities if you leave. Also see with the Two of Cups in reverse and Three of Cups in reverse, somebody does not want to see a relationship therapist, or somebody's playing relationship therapist and it's not working. And you just feel like you've wasted your time. You can't make this work is what I'm seeing, especially with the Magician in reverse. And you're just very disappointed with what's happened. You haven't accomplished what you wanted with this person or what you had thought you would. And there were a lot of things you just didn't see coming. And it could have been that somebody wasn't very picky in love, but overall to see a relationship that's incomplete. Somebody's conceited, rude, arrogant, a lack of cooperation, could be even in business, so you may be in business with this person, but I get the feeling this is more romantic as opposed to a partnership. However, they could be intermingled. You never know what's going on with people. So yeah. It just says you're not able to make it work with this particular lover. Okay. And we have the Emperor reverse. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could also be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo. Or a Capricorn or a Leo. You do have a little bit of fire in here. So I'd be more tempted to see a fire sign in here. I do have some cups, not much. All right, so with the Emperor reversed here, and that Seven of Pentacles that was reversed over here, what I'm seeing is it's not rocket scientist. I mean, it's not rocket science. Oh my goodness. All right, so it's not rocket science is what I'm seeing. It's a bad investment. This person is just way over the top when it comes to control. So they're abusing their power, and it shows as immaturity. There's just way too many rules. And as a Sagittarian, you're like, no. You're like, this is not going anywhere. And the thing is, with the Lovers right behind the Emperor reverse, and they're both reversed, it's a very unstable relationship. And then with the Hermit here, this says it needs to be retired. That's what I'm saying. Like, you need to retire this. Just let it die. And with the High Priestess over here and the likely outcome, I'm seeing like you've become more like roommates or friends. And it kind of makes you wiser as a result. And then with the Devil reversed, I'm seeing you're getting away from this person who's in control just because you're very, very close to this. And it's almost cruel. It's so authoritative. It's not good, hardly at all. And I'm just seeing with the Emperor reverse, there's no goals. People aren't working together. Again, there's a lot on your plate. And it's really hard for you to make this decision to be single. So this is saying you're not making the decision, but one needs to be made. This is saying you find it hard to make a decision, so you're not making any goals. There's no direction. You've also lost control as well. But this says remain strong and be positive. But it's hard for you to make that decision to be single. It's also hard for you to see this relationship as the right path because the star is over here. You just can't see it. I also see with the Two of Cups here in reverse that there will not be a reunion because somebody's not even trying to assess the relationship. They're just pretty much done. Any kind of business or legal plans you have with this person with the Devil reversed are going to be kaput. It could be with the Three of Wands over here. It could be some kind of an online business that you have with this person because this is a love reading more than a business reading. So you must be working with this person. And with the Eight of Cups here and your likely outcome in the Hermit, you're searching for the truth about something because they're also a Page of Swords person, so they're kind of deceitful and lying, or they're just not revealing so much information, okay? And you're really trying to learn. You're really trying to study because the Eight of Pentacles is here. You're trying to figure out, why is this not working? Why this? Why that? And the thing is, it's not you, okay? This person is just, they're a tyrant is what they are, and they're very immature, and they have to have that status. There's something in their personality. Maybe they're a sociopath. Yeah. But you're searching for stability. You're searching for true love. And I think you have plans on leaving so you can get some kind of a healing or be on the right path like the star suggests. But you're having to be kind of like under the radar until you're certain you're able to leave and live on your own terms. I also feel as if there's some writing going on with the Hermit here. There may be writing online. There may be a journal. But I'm seeing that you're not planning on publishing this. It's just for you. I think it's about the situation. Also, with the Strength in reverse and your likely outcome in the Hermit, I see you do not have the strength to continue this, and that's why you're getting out and you're leaving. But yeah, you're not making a decision. That's what's showing up here. Could be that with the Devil in reverse here, this has been an unhealthy love, and so you're getting out of it. With the Star here, you want a love connection. You want a deeper bond. But Two of Cups is reversed. You're just not getting it. But I do think you are going to try again. I just don't feel like it would last very long. It may be temporarily not separating. That's what I was meaning to say earlier. But overall, there's some disappointment. You're coming out of it, but now I feel like you're going back in. If you did get married, then I feel like it's a marriage of convenience with the Four of Wands reversed and the Lovers reversed. And thus, it would be a temporary marriage and you would be going back. With the Seven of Pentacles reversed and the Lovers reversed, there may be some unrequited love after a breakup. I also see, again, I see failure. So we have two failure cards. It's just not working. Could be that somebody had a sexual addiction, so they may have needed all your attention and they were just dominating about it. But then they would kind of evade or deny the situation when you would bring it up. And I'm also seeing you're kind of letting others determine your self-worth in some way, and that's not like you at all. And that's why there's a conflicting belief, and you're having to face that. It's just unhealthy. Could be there was an affair, because this is usually a rush decision based on instant gratification, and somebody doing something foolish that causes a failure or a breakup. And somebody's actions are making you unstable. And so I feel like you are turning your back on somebody. Not only are you turning your back on them, but you are eventually you're going to be done. You're going to turn your back on them. Especially because there may be 3 people involved in this relationship now. Because we have at least 2 cards so far that talk about third party. All right, so that's what's coming towards you. That's what you've had. What's your advice? The 10 of Pentacles reversed. This says it's missing its stability. So again, that's the same thing as the 4 of Wands reversed. It's not stable. There's no foundation. It's not going anywhere. With the Devil here, I feel as if you're not getting anything out of this. It's very restricting. You can't express yourself. Again, I'm seeing loss, like with the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Could be somebody's after you for your money or your inheritance. And overall, it's just a burden. Or you could feel like you're a burden to this person because they don't necessarily want the relationship, but they want the result of the relationship. That's not everybody, though. I feel like it's mostly a restricting relationship. And somebody just hasn't retired the relationship yet. And Sagittarians, I can't believe you guys are in a restrictive relationship. I just never see that for Sagittarians because they're so freedom loving, and yet we have not getting out of oppression. But then, what else is advice is, first you need to get out of that relationship. And then 2 is the Star. This is saying exercise your choice because you're being restricted. You're pretty much like, not a doormat, but you've just been pushed down so low by some tyrant that this is saying exercise your choice. You have that choice to leave. Yeah, it says, with the Page of Swords here, they're a clever person, but so are you. And this says you just have to have faith and hope. And I think you're getting an awakening about the right and stable path, which the 8 of Wands talks about an awakening as well. With the 8 of Cups, I feel like you're going to be following this new philosophy that you realize about not settling. With the Devil reversed, you're not going to be bogged down anymore. And you just don't have the strength to put up with this relationship anymore. And it takes a lot of strength to leave. And I'm thinking you're seeing, well, it takes less emotional strength, whatever it is, to leave than it does to stay. And that's the ultimate decision you make is, it costs me more to stay. And with the 5 of Cups reversed, you haven't quite mended your heart yet, but you will. I don't see you getting an apology because this person doesn't seem like the person who would kind of do that, But with the Magician reversed, you don't have the power in this relationship. You don't have the inspiration. And I feel as if you also, if you're a writer, your writing is suffering. You're not inspired anymore. This relationship has just zapped you. And so the 8 of Wands talks about inspirational writing. I think that's something you're going to get after this, after you recover from this Magician reversed person. And with Strength reversed, you're not going to worry about inspiring other people so much as inspiring yourself. You're going to be working on yourself in order to be able to work on others. And with the Lovers reversed here, I feel as if you have kind of turned a little bit of a blind eye to some of these things in the past, and that's why it's gotten to this point, and now it's kind of not salvageable. But this, with the Lovers, and this as being blind to faults of a partner. And they don't really need that kind of support from you. There's just something going on with them. And I feel like with the Hermit here, the saying, yes, you can get out of this relationship even if you'll be single and a little isolated. But I think that writing would help you. And you're getting healing and you're getting out of this relationship in order to get out of this anxiety. And you need to recover from this anxiety. And yes, it does, with the Hermit here, it does say you will be a little lonely, okay? But don't fear that. It's actually a good thing. Because you're going to realize, wow, this relationship is bad. And wow, look how overwhelmed I've been. And this is saying you're finally confronting the situation by leaving and recovering and thinking of yourself. And there's like a revelation. You finally see, wow, just how bad it is, and you do something about it. And beforehand, you weren't. And you could have even turned your back on the relationship faults as opposed to the person. But I think eventually it will be the person you do. All right. So your likely outcome is Eight of Pentacles. I see you working really, really hard and giving it your best effort, okay? It's not like you don't have ambition or you're not hardworking. It's just relationship's not good, okay? With the Page of Swords reversed, I'm seeing instability and miscommunications. I also feel like the relationship is super immature. Again, probably because of this Emperor person, just really immature and just ego-driven, it seems. And I feel like you're not going to want to date. You're going to really work hard on this particular relationship. Then we have, all these popped out by the way. Then we have the High Priestess. With the Page of Swords reversed, I see like your intuition is telling you, you could have consulted a psychic, it could be anything. But there is some kind of talented intuition going on here. With the Eight of Pentacles, I see really trying to study something. And even with the Hermit, you may be studying some kind of a psychic ability. You may be studying a psychic. You could be spying on a psychic. Or you saw this reading and you're like, wow. No, just kidding. But even with the Lovers here, I feel like you're trying to make the psychic connection with this person. You're trying to make it. And with the Lovers reversed, it's just not happening. Also, with the Devil reversed, getting out of an affair, or there is an affair going on that you're just not aware of yet. And funnily enough, there's, with the Star here too, again, I see unrequited love. There could be like another party involved that's getting in the way of your relationship, and so you feel like your love is unrequited. But it also talks about some kind of a star-crossed affair. So this relationship was just, it was, well, inauspicious stars. They're just not in your favor with this relationship. But I'm also seeing you're going to take care of yourself first. Again, like I mentioned earlier. You're going to have that aha moment and get that revelation you need. And it's going to be honing your psychic abilities. But you're also just going to see all the patterns that have been going on. It's like you finally listen to your intuition and you become vigilant. It's almost as if you had a veil on. And you're taking more of a feminine power as opposed to maybe feminine, lack of power. But clarifying the High Priestess, we do have Devil reversed, which is getting out of that situation. And with the Hermit here, I see you're very frustrated by the end of this because you guys do have a good time together, mostly sexually. With the Lovers here in reverse, you guys have fucking great sex. It's awesome. But it's also the end of your relationship because it's just not enough. This person's overwhelming demands and arrogant attitude just make it very difficult for you because they restrict you a lot. It could be that, again, with the High Priestess here, that could be you holding back a secret that you do not have the strength to keep this relationship up, even if the sex is great. And so you're planning on leaving, but again, you're being discreet until you're able to, or you're certain you're able to. But Two of Cups here, again, with reverse, I don't think you guys can even be friends because all you have together is this sexual passion. And so it would just be one night stands or friends with benefits kind of thing. It's not really friends. And I think you want something more than that because the Eight of Pentacles and the Hermit and the Eight of Cups, you're searching for true love. And you want something that's committed. With the Eight of Pentacles here and the Devil, I'm seeing secret plans to start over new. It could be with a job, but I think this is for a relationship, especially with the Eight of Cups here. You could be leaving a job or leaving a relationship, but I think these plans are secret. Like, almost like you're planning on showing up this person. And then with the Magician here, definitely manipulation and con artist. So this is just being very secretive about what you're doing. And with the Star, you're having hope that you can recover from this by leaving. There's just so much domination in this reading. I just can't see, wow, this is happening. For you guys in particular. You guys have always represented freedom to me and like the wanderers, you know. But you're going to avoid the temptation. You're going to avoid all that passion that you guys have because you know it's it's a bad habit and you're needing to break it, and you are. This is also being free, breaking from bondage. It could be actual literal bondage or mental, and you're getting freedom. So here you weren't getting freedom. Likely outcome, you are. You're making that decision. You may think that this person is amoral and you're just getting rid of them because they're not very flexible and they've been leading you by the nose, and you don't like it. And so you're just going to avoid the temptation. You're going to avoid whatever the abuse is because you've had too much on your plate and you can't do it anymore. And you're exhausted. And so what do? You leave. Again, with the Eight of Wands here, this is saying something is ending. So we have two eights. So again, you're getting a revelation. You're changing your mind. This is saying something is ended. Something is finished. Also with the Three of Wands here, you're looking for better horizons when you leave. Again, with the High Priestess, there's some kind of a psychic development that you're going through. You finally realize something. But with the Emperor here in reverse, I feel like you're hesitating to leave this person because they might also be your boss. Or you're just going to be leaving self-employment or leaving a boss in order to become self-employed. A lot of different stuff in here. And with the Nine of Swords in here, this is saying it takes a lot of strength, but you're going to be facing your fears of being single. And yes, being alone. Okay. Also the Three of Wands here, it's just like secret new plans. So if you're trying to get a new job, perhaps you feel like this could be the end of the relationship as well. Or you're ending a relationship and so you're having to find a new job. It's kind of like don't get a job, don't leave a job until you find another one. Well, here, I feel like there could be a job and a relationship mixed in. And so, you know, you can't leave this relationship until you find another job. That's what I'm seeing. For some people, not everybody. You're just very wary, or weary, I mean. Could be wary too. But you're looking for a new beginning. You don't want the stress anymore. You're looking for one committed, true love. And so you're rejecting someone else who doesn't fit that mold. You're looking for that deep meaning, that introspection. This person is not your ninth cup, and so you're looking for that ninth cup. All right. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do the bottom of this deck, did I? Oh, I didn't pull from there. Well, I can still look. Strength. Okay. So, yeah, eventually, once you walk away, you will get that strength back. You will get your own inspiration, your own passion back. So, good news. I feel like this situation was endured. It was very difficult, but you picked yourself back up. You trudged on. And it's because you're an old soul. You can do it. You're going to turn that magician around and have strong communication with everybody from this point on. With the Page of Swords and strength, I feel like you have a lot of creative talent, and there could be some kind of an unstoppable stalker, unstoppable belief, a philosophy that you're following. And the Four of Wands reversed and the Strength reversed, again, like we haven't had that strong foundation, that strong commitment, but that's what you're going out and looking for, and that's why you're strong enough to do it. You're just having to overcome this other person's very strong judgment about almost pretty much everything. All right, let's get one more card. Okay. Yeah, unrequited love again. Somebody is not returning your love, or you're not returning theirs. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Now here, I think this is not about passion or sexual chemistry. Although we do have the Devil reverse and Strength in reverse, so people could get bored. This person could have an overwhelming sexual addiction, and so you're not able to keep up. However, I feel as if the sexual part is not the problem. I feel like it's the other kind of chemistry, the soulmate connection. That's what's not going on here. But either way, it's unrequited love. And yeah. So either you're being left or you're leaving, but I feel like it's you leaving because you just can't deal with this anymore. Okay. Release your ex. So for those of you who were trying to go over an ex, some of you, again, you may have already broken up and you were kind of getting over this, and then something happens. And maybe you tried again. And maybe then they're considered your ex, and this is saying just let them go. The time has come to clear your energy. Some of you may have wanted an ex, because Five of Cups does hint at reunion with an ex. But I feel like if there's an ex, some of you have done it while being coupled, because you're just not interested in your primary bond anymore. But you're going out and seeking true love. So here I'm seeing primary bond is not the soulmate or right path, and the ex that you may be interested in is also not the right path. Okay? Let's see if there's anything else regarding somebody new, perhaps. Okay, so I'm seeing you're not keeping an open mind. There's probably somebody out there who isn't exactly what you've been thinking your soulmate would be. So your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So again, to find your soulmate, keep an open mind, whatever that means to you. I'm also seeing you're not really being very flirty. I think all your passion for an inspiration has kind of been zapped from this relationship because it's so demanding. And even though you guys may have really good sex, that overwhelming demanding personality that's there, that control, can kind of damper that too. So then what do you have, That may be a reason why you leave, because Devil and Strength reverse talk about no passion. So does Page of Wands reversed, even though you're really, really trying. So you're not extending lighthearted energy to others. And if you did, I think that could bring people towards you, but you just don't have it yet. You will, but once this Eight of Cups takes place. And Sagittarians, I think you were supposed to have the Eight of Cups a couple months ago. So that lets me know that you probably didn't do it. And that may be why we're still in this situation. That's why, you gave it a second chance. You gave it all you had, and it's just not working. All right, guys. Let me know how the reading resonates for you. Remember, October's not over yet, so give it some time. And even then, I feel like it's not happening too quickly, although the card said very soon. And the Four of Wands reversed lets me know it may be before 4 months is over, okay? So within 4 months, I would say you would see this. All right, good luck, guys.